It has been a week since a truck driver was killed while on the property of TSMC chip plant in North Phoenix. Tonight, ABC 15's Jordan Botke is learning more about that incident, and he's also listening to those in the semiconductor industry on what happens in a plant like this, one where the government is investing billions of dollars.
It's scary seeing the fire trucks and not knowing what's happening.
What happened a week ago is a 41-year-old man driving a waste disposal truck was transporting what we now know was sulfuric acid on a tractor trailer and taking it away from the TSMC semiconductor site in North Phoenix. Police say the driver knew there was a possible issue involving the tank, which was stored under pressure. And while inspecting the equipment, there was an uncontrolled pressure release, which resulted in the driver being hit by a blunt object thrown over 20 feet from the trailer. He later died at the hospital.
This is a tragic loss of life.
No infrastructure at TSMC was affected. Some viewers reached out to us looking to know what goes inside this 1,100-acre facility. Why is so much space needed to create something the size of your fingernail? And why is sulfuric acid needed to make these chips? We reached out to Liesl Folks at U of Arizona VP Semiconductor Strategy. On the chemicals, we're told it's common to use them in this industry and many others.
There's an enormous amount of effort goes into making sure those chemicals are secured at all times. Every plant is censored up to detect if there's a leak of any of these gases.
Sulfuric acid in particular is used to clean the chips and remove any impurities. The federal government has given TSMC more than $6 billion through the CHIPS Act, investing in the semiconductor industry, an effort in part by the U.S. to be more competitive internationally to make the tiny brains that go in everyday smart devices. But why such a big office to make something so small?
So as compared to other comparable uses of land, there will be much higher economic value derived, both in terms of product being shipped to other places, but also in terms of the jobs and the economic value for the residents of the state of Arizona.
And on how to understand how all that data gets into such a tiny piece of hardware, we reached out to retired semiconductor engineer with HP and TSMC, Gary Castleman of Casa Grande. He used an analogy to explain how they're made.
Think of a topological map of the city of New York City, including all of the streets, all of the subways, all of the bridges, all of the buildings, all of the floors of the buildings, all the rooms in the buildings, all of the wiring in the building, and all of the plumbing, and all of that put together, and multiply that by 1,000 times and put it on an area the size of your little fingernail.
Jordan Botke, ABC 15, Arizona.
Jordan, thank you. And of course, we did hear from TSMC directly. They sent us a statement that reads, in part, we will continue to support the authorities as they complete their investigation into the cause of this incident, also in cooperation with the employer of the individual. It would not be appropriate for us to comment further in advance of the conclusion of that investigation.